gupshup with Shmuel. How do you say your name, Shmuel?
Shmuel. It's 2 syllables.
Shmuel. Shmuel. No, Shmuel.
Yes.
So it's Shmuel or Shmuel?
Yes, that's fine. Shmuel. Yes.
Shmuel. Okay. So it's very difficult. I don't know anybody else who is Shmuel. I only know L and Y and Z. So it's difficult for me always. So I go with Kam, like Kam
Yes.
first, which you were not before for sure. So how's everything?
Alhamdulillah, we are well today.
What time is it in Israel right now?
Haha, it's 4 a.m.
Whoa, and you're still awake?
I'll be going to sleep soon. Yes, I had some translation work to do.
Oh, nice. So what are you doing nowadays for work?
Translation from mostly technical documents from Hebrew into English.
So you're doing a lot of work for Silicon Valley people then?
No, very little actually. Some, but
So where in Israel are you? Which city?
I'm in a town called Tal Menashe.
Tal Menashe.
Yes, this is about 60 kilometers north of Tel Aviv.
Okay. And how far are you from Ramallah? You said very
close.
From Ramallah.
About there's also 60 kilometers in a straight line, but to get there I have to go all the way around.
Oh, okay. So you are one of the settlers, I believe.
Yes.
So what's a settler?
It's a silly term because if you ask people who are against the settlements, well, when did the settlement start? Many people will tell you, well, that any city in Israel is a settlement. So it's just another way of making a point that these towns are supposedly different.
So are you on a disputed land or an undisputed land?
Undisputed land, yes.
Disputed land, okay. Oh boy. And when do we see the dispute ending?
That is a very good question. I think what will happen is that at some point Israel will find itself with its back against the wall and will have to do something to change the status quo.
So what is the solution?
I think what will happen, what should happen, is that Israel will formally annex the West Bank and give full citizenship to all the residents.
So like people of Palestine will become Israelis?
Yes.
And they would be happy with that?
I think that if we say, look, we're going to rebuild the West Bank to Israeli standards of living, and if you want, you can stay, and if you want, you can leave, I think most people will be happy with that. Most people, day to day, don't really care who the government is. They want to get on with their lives, have peace and quiet. And it's very easy. You look at the news, what's happening in the entire Middle East, there's only one country that has peace and quiet. It's very funny, but Israel is the safest place for an Arab to be at the moment.
Okay. Interesting. But if I talk to people who are living in Palestine, they're like, what are you talking about? It's never going to happen. We will never take Israeli citizenship. But I don't know. So
tell that to the thousands of people in East Jerusalem who keep on applying for Israeli citizenship. I think at the moment what they're seeing is the conflict. If we show them that we can give them everything that they want except for a flag, I think that will be a deal that they can live with. I don't think we will have the option to give them a choice.
Okay, let's change the subject. It's getting warm.
Okay.
So, how's everything? How's life? How many children do you have?
I have 7.
Wow, mashallah. How old is the oldest?
I have 5 daughters and 2 boys. My oldest daughter is 19.
Oh wow! So is it arranged marriage in Israel, or is she going to go and pick somebody up?
Sorry?
Do you believe in arranged marriages, or is she going to have a choice or something?
No, but very few people in Israel have arranged marriages. Only the most extreme Orthodox.
I thought you were one of those.
No.
Okay. So like, how would she go and find someone? What happens? Like, did she go on
Um,
Match.com, or what happens?
no, well, some people use dating sites, but the way I met my wife was somebody who knew me and also knew her set us up. It's a blind date. You know what a blind date is?
Right.
Friends introduce you, and that's the way it goes.
So, but your mother has nothing to do with it, or everything to do with it, or how does that go?
Nothing at all.
Nothing.
Nothing.
So your daughter would have complete choice to go and marry someone. You wouldn't do anything about it.
If I had a very good reason to tell her not to marry this specific person, I would give her my advice.
Cool.
But that's about it.
Touche. Okay. Let's see. And so your mother was born in Seattle?
Yes.
Yeah, we went to see your brother. It was fun.
Yes.
I think the video is still not out, but I don't know what happened to that video. But that should be fun. And I think Ziani might have it. What else? And your youngest is how old?
5.
Oh wow. And what's his name?
His name is Malachi.
Mahi.
Malachi.
Malachi. Okay, let's take all the names. Malachi.
David.
David.
Hadar.
Hadar.
Roni.
Roni.
Shalhevet.
Shalhevet. Okay, that's 3 syllables or 1 or 2?
Shalhevet.
So 3 syllables.
Yes.
Shalhevet. Okay. Does she or he? Is that a she or a he?
That's a she.
That's a she. So does she have a nickname?
The means flame.
Flame. Okay. Sure.
And the 2 eldest would be Orit and Batel.
Okay, Batel. Batel.
Yes.
Batel, like Patel in India?
I don't know. I've never heard of Batel.
No, Patel. Patel.
Yes, but there's a hyphen in the middle.
Batel.
Yes.
Cool. Are they all on Facebook?
No. Only one of them is on Facebook.
You don't allow them, or what happens?
No, they're not interested.
What? No Facebook? How is that possible? Ready? Okay. What else? So now ask me something. We're chit-chatting.
So how long are you going to be in the USA for?
Hopefully another month.
Oh, that's nice. Enjoying your visit?
Yeah, I'm at my house in Florida, which I have only been in this house for like maybe 17 days in 5 years. It's sad that they wouldn't let me be here. And it was fun. We had internet this time, good internet. So, I'm just sleeping on the floor. It's nothing fancy. And just hanging out, but it's house, right? It's your own home.
Yes.
So it feels a little different. And I don't know anybody in Pensacola. Not many, I guess. So I get to do whatever I get, but I have my kids with me, so they want to sort of dictate, or not dictate. They're pretty sweet, but I have to take care of them. We have a nice park across the street. Then the restaurants are not too far. My son cooks, so he makes me breakfast and coffee and stuff. So it's all good. And I think today where packing is done and everything's in the car. So I might be leaving now or maybe tomorrow towards Houston again. Dropping them off and going further towards California. Such is life.
You seem to be having fun, so what are you complaining about? Such is life.
Such is life, you know. I try to have as much fun as I can, but it's not as much as I want.
Yes, that's a very good way to look at life.
I could have more. So I'm greedy, maybe. So shalom, shalom. So what is shalom? Is it shalom aleichem, or what is it, the right word?
If I want to formally greet somebody, I would say shalom aleichem.
Shalom aleichem. That's like salam alaikum.
Exactly, and the answer is aleichem al shalom, so which is exactly what.
Shalom.
Salam alaikum.
So Hebrew.
Shalom, yes.
So Hebrew and Arabic are like similar, or how?
There is some similarity, but it's also that the expression is the exact same. It's the same.
Like, but in like, for example, I went and stayed with Anna, and her daughter was teaching me the alphabets. That was like alif, ba, and you know.
Yes.
And it's the same in Urdu. You know, 50% was Urdu. I was like, what? It's like Urdu or Arabic.
Yes. Yes, the alphabet for Hebrew and Arabic is very similar.
Yeah,
the letters look different, but the
sound the same.
Yes.
I wonder what's going on over there. So
I want to learn Urdu. Maybe I'll buy myself a CD to learn Urdu.
You can learn Rehan School. It's easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look it up.
You can learn Alif Bete. That's easy.
Yeah, but the alphabet isn't very useful. Okay. You're teaching Urdu to people who know how to speak Urdu.
No, I have also taught Urdu to people who don't know any language.
Oh, okay.
In mime. And also in English. So we have taught taught one lesson teaching Urdu. No, he actually taught English also, so never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? Next question, please. Here's the mic. How old are you now? 25?
What? I have a 19-year-old daughter. I'm 44.
44. Oh, really? Oh,
yes.
I'm 43. No, I'm 42. I was born in 73. When were you born?
71.
71. Okay. So I thought you were like really old man or something. You were like young boy. Cool. So have you been to India many times?
I've never been to India.
You went to China last time.
No. I've never been to Asia at all.
What? But you live in
nope.
Asia.
Yes. Well, aside from okay. The only other places I've been in Asia are well, I crossed the border into Lebanon, but like 5 meters. I was 5 meters into Lebanon, and I went to swim in Sinai, but that was about it.
Cool. But why don't you go? It's so cheap to go to Turkey and other places.
Oh, sorry, I've been to Turkey. You're right. I've been to Turkey. I went to Istanbul in the winter a couple of years ago. It's very, very, very cool. Grungy.
You should go in the good weather.
Yeah. Somebody told me, somebody that I was there with said that Istanbul was like Gaza.
Like when?
It's a very grey city, very dirty, very smelly city.
Really? I don't think so.
This was in December, so the smell of wood burning was very strong. It was a fascinating place, but it was very strange.
Do you not have any friends there?
In Turkey? No.
Well,
I have one Facebook friend. I have one Facebook friend in Turkey.
You should have friends when you go somewhere. It's more fun that way.
Yes, definitely. Rehan, what's the political situation in Pakistan like now? Like it's all of a sudden, like you stopped hearing about it. There was a lot of news about it on Facebook and everywhere, and then all of a sudden, nothing.
Pakistan is a very weird place, you know?
Yes.
And the reason it is weird, or it has become weird, in a different way is because it's so isolated from the exposure. Um, Kind of like, India was blocked for many years and nobody could go to India, and no Indians were not exposed in the 80s. And then
Yes.
Pakistan was super exposed. Like Pakistanis didn't need visa to go anywhere till 80s. And then Pakistan was a very, very modern country. If you look at old photos, it's nobody would imagine that it's the same country you're talking about. Like in 1964, our GDP was higher than in Japan. So that's why it's pearl. Um, and then now I think the challenge is that we live in a country which is full of fear, and
Yes.
we live we are afraid of everyone. We're afraid of the police, we're afraid of the government, we're afraid of ourselves, we're afraid of our parents, we're afraid of our teachers, we are afraid of TV, we're afraid of everyone. So um, there is an old poet, the founder of Pakistan, his name is Allama Iqbal, and he focuses majority of his work on the thing called khudi. And the khudi, it means is the self-belief and you know of think about yourself. So, or it's very complicated to explain khudi because it's a combination of many things. And
Okay.
so we all human beings in Pakistan, normally human beings in the world have like 3 boxes they live in, and in Pakistan we have maybe like 8 boxes we live in. So we are certain way in front of our friends, we're certain way in front of our family, we're certain way in front of our wife, and certain way about parents, certain way with neighbors, certain way at work. So when you combine all of them and you become transparent, I think then you become less scared because you don't have anything in the closet.
Yes.
And if people started to do that and became self-righteous more, and automatically people, God will only help you when you are helping yourself. So majority are, I say we become like Yahud. Yahud is always ungrateful. In Quran it's always saying Yahud is always
Yes.
ungrateful, and Muslims are the same. We're always ungrateful for what we have, and we don't thank God enough. We don't accept what is given to us, and we're always looking for what we don't have. So, and that makes us anxious people.
Yes.
There's anxiety. There's everywhere, especially in Karachi, and there's no greenery. It's just very sad that all this is happening, even though we don't have to make this happen. And we impose these bad things on ourselves. And I'm sure when I put this video out there, they will be yelling and screaming on me. But this is what I see. So if I see wrong, please correct me. But this is what I feel, this is what I see. And of course, I see more than a lot of people because I talk to, literally as a profession, talk to people. And every single day, I'm talking to like 50 people on Facebook. Oh, sir, I have this problem. Oh, sir, I have this problem. I will tell them, okay, do this. No, 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 you solve it for me. Like I am their slave and Aladdin lamp. They have to fix it for them. If I don't, I go to hell, and they don't have to do anything for it because they messaged me on Facebook. That's more than enough. So weird country, to be honest. If it was up to me, somehow I would change the population ratio. Somehow it should be 40% non-Muslims and 60% Muslims. So it exposes to other religion and other people. So you become a better person because you see a reflection of yourself in other people. But right
Yes.
now, they all believe they're all living among themselves with full of pride, which is not a bad thing, but it's just a confused society. So as far as politics is concerned, somebody tomorrow will put a pataka, as I call it. Pataka is like like a firecracker, and then the
Yes.
whole country will be running after that firecracker for 10 days, and then there will be another firecracker. The whole country will be running after that firecracker. It's like a childish society, and anybody can easily manipulate it, and then they blame other people. Oh, you did this because of you. Hello, are you blind? So
Yes, I hear that a lot from Pakistanis. The Mossad is all over Pakistan doing where everything is always the Mossad.
yeah, I mean, Raw is doing it, ISI is doing it, Mossad is doing it. They don't do anything.
No.
It's just all done by other people, and we're so smart that we let everybody else do everything. So it's very unfortunate, and
Yes.
but it's an interesting society, and I think the internet will change a lot of things for them, and it is changing a lot of things for them, but it's just not happening fast enough, but it'll happen. It's bound to happen. I mean, you have seen yourself in the last 4 years how maybe people have added few more they wouldn't before.
Yes.
Shmuel, so since you have started using Facebook and not you were not adding anyone, and now you're adding so many people, what has changed? Who is this new Shmuel?
I don't know if Shmuel is so new.
Because I think you were a very angry person before. At least that was the kind of feeling I got from you, that you were always angry on people on Facebook.
You were talking about the boxes people live in before.
Yeah.
So the angry box that you were seeing is my face to the world, especially to the Muslim world.
Okay.
I think these days that box has changed a lot. I'm more calm about dealing with it, but I don't think I'm an angry person in general.
Yeah, but nobody is angry person in general. They're always angry about something. So I'm talking about that, like your posts or your comment were like, "Oh, I will eat you alive," and now it's no problem.
I don't think so. You have to understand that being an Israeli on social platforms on the internet is extremely difficult because you're almost always constantly under attack. Literally, I mean, people are always saying you this and this. Why? How do you justify this? And like, if you go to the notes on my profile on Facebook, you will see I've started debunking all sorts of clips. People keep on sending me the same movies over and over again. So I write a commentary explaining why this movie is bullshit. So you're constantly under attack. Like, I forget, somebody once said, I forget, some Englishman once said that a lie can get all the way around the world, but by the time that the truth has put its pants on. So if you're trying to spread truth and you're dealing with a much larger number of people who are spreading lies, it's extremely frustrating.
Yeah.
So yes, that causes anger.
Any solution for that?
Not really.
Yeah,
my solution is that I try to affect the people that I can talk to, the people that listen to me. A lot of the people don't attack me. They ask me, "Look, Shmuel, this clip is. What do you say about this?" So that leaves you a lot of room for dialogue. Like, somebody sent me a clip the other day, and I watched the clip and I wrote notes about the clip. And he was talking about some experience that a weekend he spent with Palestinians in the West Bank. And there were a number of episodes he went through. And like at the last episode, he claimed that the Israelis had set this woman's house on fire. And he doesn't show you he shows you a lot of smoke. And he says, "Look, over there's the fire," but he doesn't show you the fire next to the house. So I told the person, "Doesn't this seem strange that the worst part of the film he doesn't actually show you?" He said, "You know what? You're right about that point." And I said, "Well, that gives you an indication about the entire film." So it's a lot of work, and sometimes it's very frustrating.
So who controls the media? In Pakistan, we believe, of course, the entire Israeli community owns the media. All the Jews are behind all the media. So but on your Facebook profile, you had for the longest time That photo with the guy who's trying to stab,
Yes.
and which is showing something else. So what's your opinion? Who controls the media?
I don't think anybody specific controls the media. People say that the international media is in favor of Israel, but I really can't understand how they can possibly say that. CNN is constantly condemning us. BBC constantly condemns us. The only news station that is in favor of Israel is Fox News. And Fox News is a disgrace. It's not even news. They have no problem whatsoever spreading lies. So I don't see the media supporting us at all. So I don't know what people are talking about. The Jews control the media. When people tell me, look, the Jews control the world, I said, look at me. Look at how Israel is doing. If Israel controlled the world, do you think it'd really be such a mess?
I don't know what's happening in Israel. I don't read Hebrew. It's like
I'm saying people say that the Jews control everything.
Right.
So if we control everything, why is everything such a mess? People say the Jews are so smart, so why is the world such a mess if we control it? You can't have it both ways.
Maybe they are making everything else mess and keeping everything for yourself. Like the Rothschilds and the...
But the Rothschild, you're a businessman. Tell me, what is better business, peace or war?
Well,
war is a good business for a very small sector of the economy.
Huh?
War is a good business only for a very small part of the economy.
Right.
But if there's peace, everybody makes more money because everything's quiet and you can do business. If the Jews control the world, there'd be one government and everything would be much more free, it'd be open.
So who controls the world?
I don't think anybody controls the world. There's no Rothschild conspiracy, there are no lizard men, and there are no stonemasons or whatever they're called, the Freemasons. People are looking for excuses to blame the situation. They feel that they can't change their situation, so they look for somebody else to blame, like you said earlier.
Oh boy. So what about the Freemasons are real, right? But what do you mean they're not real?
There is a real group of people called the Freemasons, yes.
Right.
They're more of a social club. They don't control the world.
Okay. I don't know, I haven't been part of it, but I think any club would help. Like even my 500 mutual friend club helps each other, right? So
yes,
if you're part of any club, you're more than likely to help another club member because you know him, basically.
Yes, but the club isn't that big, and the people in it aren't that influential. So the 500 people in your club, unless half of them are billionaires, it's not going to make a very big difference. Like, yeah, you help me for something small, and I'll help you for something small. And the overall result is very good. But the things that are being done are small scale.
Yeah, I was just giving an example that, I guess
yes,
Freemasons is also like a club. So
yes,
they help each other, I guess.
Yes.
I mean, I saw their church the other day. Not the church, whatever their room, the thing is, they call it. Alrighty. So, anything else on your mind? I gotta go. I think it's been half an hour. It's lovely.
Really.
I think we should do this more often. I think this is fun.
I agree. It's a lot of fun talking to you.
Yeah, so we could record it, and then I don't know of any other show in the planet like this. Like, where a Jewish and a Muslim guy is talking and having fun.
No. If you're in the States, you can look them up. There are a bunch of stand-up comedians. One of them is a rabbi and the other is a Muslim, and they work together. I'll post the clip to your Facebook page. It's very funny.
That's the Interfaith Amigos. That's not what I'm talking about.
No, not the Interfaith Amigos.
Yeah.
I'll show you. This has nothing to do with the Amigos. No, it has not.
No?
They do this as stand-up comedy.
Okay. Well, they do stand-up comedy also. But okay, send it to me. Alright, hasta la vista. Talk to you soon, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Night.